What's good, everybody? It's your boy Eddie here. Welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And for today's video, we literally just picked up the A Ma Maniere Air Max 95. So a big shout out to Prosper, New Jersey for actually doing a first come first serve. Your boy has been up since 4 a.m. and drove all the way to Jersey to get his pair. So guys, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. If you already subscribed, definitely be sure to share with your friends and your family, because your boy is almost at that 6K mark. We got about 5,700 subscribers right now. So please, guys, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. And I'll catch y'all in a bit, all right? All right, y'all, so we back in the crib now, and what we got right here is none other than the A Ma Maniere Air Max 95 in the While You Were Sleeping colorway. And guys, definitely based off of first impressions, this is absolutely a cop in my opinion, but I definitely want to hear what y'all think about it in the comment section down below. What I do have to say is, in person, this looks way more similar to the product pictures as opposed to that leak or that early look that person posted where it just looked like an all leather shoe. I can confirm with these in my hand that there is a lot of nubuck, but there is also a lot of leather on it as well. So it's a balance between the two, which you'll see later into the details of the video. But I want to say that 50% of it is nubuck, and then the other 50% is that smooth leather right there. But guys, before I even get into the box details, stay tuned to hear this message from our sponsor. Great news, everyone. I finally found the best place to get sneakers at unbeatable prices with guaranteed authenticity. Huge shout outs to POIZON for sponsoring today's video, and definitely be sure to click the link in my description and head over to POIZON for discounts on your next pair of kicks, clothing, accessories, bags, and much more. Also, be sure to use my code GLOZEUS, 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 to save up to $10 on your next POIZON order. So now, guys, when speaking about today's sponsor, POIZON is a revolutionary e-commerce platform which was made to disrupt the market from its other competitors and change the game. That's really why it was a no-brainer for me to accept this sponsorship, because I'm all about disrupting the market, being dynamic, and having great customer service. And based on my own personal interactions with POIZON, that's all I've experienced. For example, POIZON received the shoe I ordered and verified it as authentic. However, they reached out to me and wanted to ensure that I was satisfied with the quality of the product, as the seller shipped the shoe with some defects on it. So I decided to cancel the order and reorder a pair, and they even offered a $25 off code for the inconvenience. This was above and beyond the service that I am used to from other competitors that I've purchased from, and I was very happy to see this from POIZON. Now, when looking at some of the benefits of POIZON, one of its biggest benefits is its pricing. When ordering a product off any website, pricing is one of my biggest deal breakers. However, POIZON offers some of the best and fairest prices amongst its other competitors. For example, if we look at this Air Jordan 4 SB Pine Green, in my size, it's about $305 USD, and it's still cheaper than other platforms, even with local taxes and the standard shipping fee. So don't forget, you can use my code GLOZEUS to save an additional $10 off. This is such a great deal for a verified and authentic pair. Also, when looking at the shopping experience on POIZON, it is very smooth and user-friendly, whether you want to use the app or the website. The quality control is extremely strict, and every pair goes through a verification process before delivery, which is a one-of-a-kind, with it being authenticated by both vetted authentication experts and AI technology. They follow a stringent routine in which they do a quality inspection, authenticate the shoes in an ILAC MRA recognized lab that utilizes advanced equipment to protect buyers from counterfeits, and end off packaging the item with POIZON's premium Aurora Blue anti-counterfeit kit, which also comes with a QR code that you can scan for the authentication certificate right there. Also, something to note is that this process has led to them successfully authenticating over 600 million items and counting. So as I briefly touch on POIZON's wide array of products, they are globally sourced from over 18 countries and regions, providing over 2 million plus products, and features over 1,000 globally acclaimed brands such as Nike, Jordan, New Balance, and much more. And out of all the options that POIZON had for me to check out, I ended up going with the Pine Green SB4s due to them having the best price on the market and it being such a stylish and comfortable shoe. They look great with cargos, my staple wax denim, flare pants, shorts, and much more. Also, while having these in hand, I could definitely compare it and ensure that this is an authentic pair. Just like in my review, I think that these are one of the best sneakers to release back in 2023, and I am extremely excited to have them back into the collection, guys. So again, big shout outs to POIZON for the sponsorship. I truly appreciate it. This is a special moment for me, and also thank you to my audience for the love and supporting your boy continuously. And with that being said, definitely make sure to use my code GLOZEUS, 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 to save up to $10 on your next Poizon order. All right, y'all, so now we get into the box details of this sneaker right here. I do have to say that overall it is a very simple box, and when we actually start to open it up a little bit more, you can see that we do have that Nike, Jordan, and Converse sign. And I've done this for the A Ma Maniere 3 review or the A Ma Maniere 4 review as to why this is, and I'll get into that once we get into the history of the video. But for now, let's just focus onto this sticker tag right here. And it does read off as Air Max 95 SP, and the SP stands for Special Projects. And then the colorway shown is DK Violet Ore. I'm assuming the DK stands for Dark Violet Ore. And then the rest of it says Burgundy Ash, Metal Violet FNC. I do not know what the FNC stands for, so if somebody in the comment section does, definitely be sure to let me know down below. Then when it comes to sizing, I 100% recommend to always go a half size up when you are going for Air Max 95s. And there's something else to note about this sneaker is that you do not have to worry about the lack of extra padding on this sneaker compared to a standard Air Max 95, because usually you do have a lot of padding in the ankle collar area. However, with this sneaker, it's pretty much all leather, so that has trimmed it down a lot. But it still does fit exactly the same due to the fact that they added a sock liner, so it kind of keeps your foot locked in. But trust me, go a half size up, or whatever your standard Air Max 95 size is, just go with that and you should be all set. Now when going into the inside of the box details, you can see right here, once we open this lid, we are greeted with this nice A Ma Maniere logo right there, which I think looks really clean with that chrome detail. And speaking of chrome details, when you actually open this lid right here, we are greeted with some even more chrome with the A Ma Maniere monogram pattern all over it. Then when looking at the inside of the lid, you can see that we do have this violet dust cloth right here, which I think looks really great and just wraps the shoe around and gives a very premium / elegant vibe to the actual sneaker itself. And then right inside that, we do have our standard white wax tissue paper right there, so there's nothing really else to report on that. So now in focusing onto the history of the sneaker itself, I went over it like 3 or 4 times at this point, but pretty much it is A Ma Maniere's 10-year anniversary. They literally started back in 2014. Also, something else to note is that the name of the collection is While You Were Sleeping, just to indicate like, yo guys, we've been here for 10 years. Y'all been sleeping on the brand. Y'all just got put on when we put the Jordan 3s on type stuff. So they pretty much saying that a lot of y'all was sleeping. So in focusing on another aspect that's related to the history and inspiration behind the shoe is the fact that when you look at the actual collection name, it is titled While You Were Sleeping. And A Ma Maniere is pretty much making a short film behind that whole ideology and thinking. So I'm going to try to summarize it myself as best as I can, but I don't have that A Ma Maniere storytelling ability. So long story short, the While You Were Sleeping short film actually goes into the CRA, which is the Creative Resource Authority, and emphasizes on how that authority was created to actualize the black tax against minority creatives and leaders around the world, and how that same actualized black tax was embedded into our social norms, which is really crazy when you think about it. But again, definitely be sure to check out the teaser on the A Ma Maniere YouTube page and wait for that short film that should be coming soon. I'm going to assume that they're going to drop it once the full collection releases. So we got the Air Jordan 3s, we got the Air Jordan 39s, we got the Air Jordan 4s, we got these beautiful Air Max 95s, which is probably my personal favorite from the collection. Then we got the Air Force 1s that I'm going to assume is going to drop next month in November, and probably close off with the Converse Weapons in December, or they might drop it in the same month of November. Who knows? But I'm pretty confident that they're going to drop that film once the whole collection releases. So that's going to conclude the history as well as the inspiration behind the shoe. So now let's just focus on to the details of it, and I'm sure this is exactly what you guys are excited about. So we're going to start off with this mudguard area, and as you can see, we do have this nice brown high quality leather mudguard right here. But something to note is that we do have that A Ma Maniere logo right there. Something else to note is the fact that I thought that this was actually embroidered. However, I think this is laser etched or firewood etched. So if you guys ever did that firewood art stuff, you get this tool that is extremely hot and you literally put it like a pen onto the wooden frame, and you could design it however you want. You could put your signature, you could draw an owl, whatever you want to do, you could put it on there. And that's pretty much what it looks like. I don't think they did that because that would probably tear up the leather. So it's probably laser stitched. Or I could be wrong and they actually did that fire etch detail, which I think is a very nice touch. Then when going towards the top of the shoe now, guys, we do have multiple layers, which I'm going to save on. But first, I'm going to focus on this detail right here, which is the most obvious. So we do have this nubuck detail with a lot of perforated holes that goes from the toe box area all the way up to the ankle collar area of the shoe. And then when moving more up towards the top of the shoe now, you can see that we do have these pink laces right here. However, which is standard to A Ma Maniere, we do get some extra pair of laces. So we do have this rope lace right here, which I do actually like and may switch out the pink laces for. But for now, I'm going to keep the pink laces. And then when looking at this lace, you can see that we have it in the stone gray colorway. However, it's a kind of harder lace detail. I don't know if it's made out of like clay or something. And then now when going onto this eyelet area right here, you can see that we are greeted with some nice leather eyelets in this brown detail right here. So a kind of contrast between this nubuck and leather detail. Then when looking at the tongue right here, you can see that we do have it in this nice, soft, tumble leather detail. It really feels amazing to the touch, and I really love how it looks. And then when going towards the top of the tongue tab, we do have that standard Air Max 95 bubble right here, which looks great, but it does say A Ma Maniere on it, which I think is a very nice touch. So now in focusing onto the lateral side of the shoe, you can see that we do have many multiple panels and overlays of different materials. So as I mentioned earlier, we do have that nubuck perforated material right here, and then right below that we do have this gray nubuck material. Then right below that we do have a pink nubuck material, and then right below those two we have a gray and a dark brown leather. So again, we do have a mix of both nubuck and regular leathers, which looks really nice on the shoe. And something else to note, which is standard to the Air Max 95, is that Nike logo right there, which I think looks pretty nice on the shoe. Then when going towards the back heel area now, I do love what this heel tab looks like. So we do have the Nike Air logo as well as the A Ma Maniere monogram logo, which I think looks great. And of course, when you flash the light on this, you got that nice 3M hit, which is definitely going to make the shoe pop a lot. Then when you're going onto the medial side of the shoe, we do have this A Ma Maniere logo right here, which is definitely laser etched or firewood etched, whatever you want to call it, but that is a very nice detail. And then when we look at the rest of the medial side, the same thing pretty much follows suit as the lateral side. But focusing onto the midsole of the shoe, you can see that it pretty much is the same exact standard Air Max 95 midsole. However, it is in its all black detail, which I think looks pretty nice. And I think it's actually matted out, so we don't have a glossy look to it. It's just very dark with no shine to it, which I think makes the shoe look great as well. But then we also have these exposed air bubbles right here, and you could probably see my hand passing through them. But they also have this kind of pink touch to it, very similar to the pink that's on this nubuck detail right here. Then when going on to the outsole of the shoe, you can see that we do have that standard Air Max 95 outsole. However, we are greeted with a nice Nike logo as well as multiple A Ma Maniere monogram details, which I think looks really nice on the shoe. And then finally, guys, when looking at the inside of the sneaker, I do want to show you these two details really quickly. Something to note is that with this leather inside, it still is extremely comfortable. Something else to note is that when you actually look at the inside of the shoe without no insole, it does say while you were sleeping right there. Finally, guys, we do have this phenomenal insole, which I think is the peak of A Ma Maniere insoles. Usually we get the printed detail, usually we get the monogram patterns, but this one, you actually could feel every individual A Ma Maniere monogram detail. I do have to say that this is an extremely nice touch. You literally feel it when you walk in, but it doesn't feel uncomfortable. It feels like you're walking on A's. That wasn't funny at all. But anyways, guys, pretty much with that being said, that's gonna conclude the history as well as the details of the shoe. So now, let's get right into this on for look, all right? All right, y'all, so that's gonna conclude the reviews as well as the on for look, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it for y'all. Definitely let me know what you think about the A Ma Maniere Air Max 95 and the While You Were Sleeping collaboration. Guys, this is absolutely a cop for me, but I definitely want to hear what y'all think in the comment section down below. From the minor details to the extravagant details, I really love what's going on in the shoe. And something that I did forget to mention is the fact that, look at the stitching right here. This literally makes an A detail, and I think that's exactly what separates A Ma Maniere from the other collaborators from both Nike and Jordan brand, man. This stitching is absolutely nuts. But anyways, guys, with that being said, definitely be sure to use my code GLOZEUS, GLOZEUS, GLOZEUS on the POIZON website, man. You can get sneakers, you can get clothing, you can get accessories, all that type of stuff. Guys, I do have to take the moment out to thank y'all again, because without y'all love and support, I wouldn't even have gotten that sponsorship. So I do want to say I truly appreciate y'all. But again, guys, don't forget to share with your friends and family. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.